On today's episode of Velocity Views, we're talking about Kishane and once again his withdrawal from a 100-meter Diamond League race. Now, we do know that he did sustain a hamstring injury in the semifinals of the 100 meters at the Paris Olympics. So, why is he being registered for races only to be withdrawn? Is this a new MVP strategy like they did with Sharika? It's a bad PR move, and it really begs the question, what's going on? Is something psychological going on, or is it purely practical? Is it just about the injury? We'd be remiss to not be cognizant of the fact that race, the whole circumstances around the race, could be having some kind of mental impact on him. He's previously mentioned the importance of becoming mentally stronger, and it's possible that that whole controversial gold medal decision has taken a toll on his mental state. It could have resulted in some self-doubt, loss of confidence, which could be what's leading him to withdraw from races at the last moment. Because yes, a hamstring injury was mentioned, but he did go on to win the finals, shall we say? So what is really going on? And it's baffling. Why continue to register him for races and not have him compete? Certainly, the coaching staff is aware of the fact that, or hopefully they're aware of the fact that they lost a lot of credibility with how they handled the Sharika situation. And it really sucks to see the same thing occurring with Kishane. You know, hopefully all that's going on is a cautious approach to preserve his long-term health. But at the same time, it's also preventing him from earning prize money and maintaining a competitive edge. From a financial perspective, with repeatedly withdrawing from races is really not sustainable. And it sucks too, because it's taking a spot that someone else could have gotten. And I really hate that. And that's one of the things that I think was just abhorrent about how Team Jamaica management and ultimately the coaching staff of certain clubs handled who they sent to Paris. What was the point of bringing someone to Paris with a particular type of injury and taking up 3 spots, essentially, you know, that someone else could have earned? This person had already been to Paris, a young athlete who had never been. So what if they didn't win anything? This person who went didn't even compete, you know, but at least they would have had the distinction of being an Olympian and reaping the benefits of what comes with that. You know, but also from a marketing perspective, and a branding perspective, which I always bemoan the fact that our athletes do not handle at all. It's so mismanaged by us. This causes fewer opportunities for him to earn prize money, not just from the Diamond League, but from sponsors and from branding opportunities. And the fact that Kishane has already allegedly being identified as being injury prone signals that he is likely to have a short career, right? A short peak career, and correspondingly a short earning window. So if he doesn't maximize his potential now, if he doesn't capitalize on what is probable for him now, he is going to end up in a situation. I don't know what his educational background is or what his educational reality is, but financial instability is very likely to occur, because even thus far, he hasn't earned anything. You know, he hasn't earned anything. So ultimately, they need to hurry up and find a balance between preserving his mental and physical health and seizing the financial opportunities that are available to him. he has a certain look, he has a certain candor that is very marketable. And oh man, it just sucks to see all of these being left by the wayside. At this point, dare me say, I believe he's being severely mismanaged. All of these withdrawals, like, it's bad enough you're in a camp whose integrity was just blown up with how they handled things in the Olympics. And here we are again with the same thing being meted out to this young athlete who hasn't even had the time, the opportunity to solidly establish himself. Registering for these high profile races and not showing up is not a good thing. It's better if they had just kept him off the radar or made an announcement that his season has concluded, or it's unlikely that he will be running for the remainder of the season. And then, this last big race in Rome, if they felt like, all right, him no look so gimpish and him look like him can manage, then send him out. But to register him for these races and then the last minute, he's just a do not show, or he won't be there 48 hours before or 24 hours before, and still with no official announcement. It's not a good look. And please, don't let this young man's career go down in flames in this way. Do we a big one?